Alright everybody, this is week 11 and we make these videos every week. We do NFL predictions, we're going to probably do an MVP race, we're going to do all that stuff, so make sure you keep watching this channel. You're missing out if you're not. First game, you going to say it? Oh, I thought you were about to add something. Oh, okay. Alright, Titans at Steelers on Thursday night. It's in Pittsburgh.
Steelers.
I'm picking the Steelers. I think the Titans have a good chance actually, but I just don't think they'll win.
Yeah, I think
they have the recipe to beat them. I think
the Titans are playing good. I'll give it to them. They're playing really, really good.
DeMarco Murray's looking back like old DeMarco Murray.
Yeah, I think they're playing good. I think the Steelers are just picking up steam like they normally do this time of the year, and
they start off slow and they're about to start getting
they're getting hot again. So that's got to go with them. Momentum's on their side and everything.
Next one we got Lions at Bears. I'm gonna pick the Lions.
I
think they can just. I don't know. I feel like they'll start scoring like their offense should be like how it has shown flashes of.
Yeah, it's just the Lions are just they're very underrated this year. I think
they've been kind of up and down.
They've lost a couple of games that they probably could have won, and I think they're a good team this year. I've picked them probably about every week.
Yeah, I picked them a lot too.
So I'm gonna go with them again, especially in the divisional game. Up next we got the Jaguars at the Browns.
I'm picking the Jaguars. I think if this was 5 years ago, people will be laughing at this game right here, because these are two teams that have been kind of struggling over the last decade, I guess you could say. But I think the Jaguars have found their way out of it. So I'm picking.
I think the Jaguars are definitely a good team. This year, people aren't giving them credit for how good they are. I think I'm gonna pick the Browns.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think it's just that
the Jaguars.
They're not going 0-16.
Like to me, I don't think they'll go 0-16 either. But I think the Jaguars are they're not like a bad team that's good, like a little bit better than all the other bad. To me, they're like a good team. Finally, I think they're there.
I definitely think they're a good team. I'm not saying the Jaguars.
It could be a matchup problem, but I don't think it will.
I think. I don't know. I feel I haven't picked the Browns yet. I might have picked them one time.
I picked them a couple times.
I'm going to pick them this week. I'm going to go out on a limb and pick them. I think.
Well, it's just kind of like the 49ers. People like to just jump on and say a bad team sucks, and they're all if you go look at the box scores and all that, nobody's that bad. It's just they lose in the end. They're not getting killed every week.
The Browns were beating the Lions up until 5 minutes left Sunday.
I don't think people sometimes watch the games. They just want to say 0-16, to be funny.
I think for some reason they're gonna catch what they need this week, and I think they'll get it done. So
I think they'll get a win, but not this week.
Up next, we got the Ravens at the Packers. I'm gonna go with Packers.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I think the Packers are almost a joke without Aaron Rodgers. I know they won this past week, but
I think Brett Hundley's finally. He's not Aaron Rodgers. Don't get me wrong. He's absolutely not Aaron Rodgers. He had a tremendous second half. Had a 158.3 passer rating.
That's pretty good. That's perfect, actually.
Yeah, he had a perfect passer rating in the second half of the game last week. So maybe something he's found he likes. I don't know. I think maybe he can get the job done this week. Get the Ravens. The Ravens are they're a roller coaster of a team this year.
Yes, I'm picking them because I feel like they're the more stable. Well, not. I totally said that wrong. They're not the more stable, but they're more they have a more.
This
upside.
week they're more stable.
They have more of an upside.
Yeah. Up next we got the Cardinals at the Texans. Cardinals. I'm
gonna pick the Cardinals. It's a shame that Deshaun Watson got hurt because it's these Texans games were getting so good every week, and
they really were.
Every week it was I'm picking them and I gotta watch their game and all that, and then now it's kind of it just kind of sucks.
I think definitely the offensive additions oh my goodness, my mind went blank. The running back, I can't even think of his name. My mind just went blank.
Yeah, that's cool.
Adrian Peterson. I can't believe I just forgot that. I think that's definitely going to help him, especially with the Texans struggling defensively. They're struggling a little bit, so easy choice. Let's see. We got the Bucs and the Dolphins.
How do you even decide on this one?
I'm going Bucs. The Dolphins.
I don't even know what I don't even know if Jameis Winston's playing. I can't remember what his status was, but I'm picking them anyway because the Dolphins look like.
The Dolphins, man, as an offense, they have no identity.
If you get them down, I feel like they are screwed.
It's we were watching them last night playing the Panthers, and they don't trust their run game. We talked about it whatsoever.
And they had a couple good plays. I don't get that.
There was 3 times it was 3rd and 1 or less, and they would pass. I'm y'all do not trust the run game.
It was very bad. If I was a Dolphins fan, that'd be really concerning.
It's not good.
That was just probably one of the most vicious. That might be the worst Monday Night Football performance I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was not good. It was bad. But I'm picking the Bucs, just like you said, because if you can literally just get a touchdown up on them.
They have no. There's no.
They start panicking with one.
They can't play. I don't think they can play behind really.
So up next we got the Rams at the Vikings.
Rams. I'm gonna pick the Vikings. I feel like going into Minnesota will be a true test for the first time for the Rams.
I think they'll be fine.
I feel like some of these games they've had, like they're the number one offense, and I just don't see it lasting. I don't see them going in deep in the playoffs and being like, oh, this is the number one offense still. Like,
I think they can withstand.
If they can do it to teams like the Vikings, though, I'll start believing it.
I think this is where they show how good they really are. Todd Gurley, I think, can show out against his defense, and
like I just don't get what the box and let's see if Jared Goff can really beat people. Like, I mean, he's been doing good.
For some reason, teams just can't do it against.
I don't know. There's got to be some solution. I want to see if somebody steps up. I mean, I'm not like a Rams hater. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of surprising to me.
Yeah. Next game pretty easy. Got the Chiefs at the Giants.
Yep, we got the Chiefs beating the Giants. The Giants look like
explanation needed here.
They're the most dysfunctional football team in the NFL.
Seriously,
they have no organization. People are giving up. Landon Collins is giving up. Janoris Jenkins, I don't even know what he's doing. I haven't seen anything good out of him.
Yeah,
really.
I don't know what's going on with
If the Chiefs win, or if the Chiefs lose, if the Giants win, I don't know.
It's crazy because like the Giants beat like the Broncos like week 4. That's back when the Broncos were still kind of hot this season, and
I feel like that was when the Broncos started. Like, yeah, we're just gonna we suck this year.
It was crazy.
What should we do if the Chiefs lose? If the Giants win, well, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do something.
I don't think we have to worry about that. Like it's crazy. Like I'm sorry, all the Giants fans out there, but like
they are bad.
Like it's just the season got complete. Odell went down. Brandon Marshall went down. Like it was just like. That was their idea.
They are. First of all, they already didn't really have a run game. But then everybody was like, who cares? They got Brandon Marshall and Odell Beckham. Does it really matter?
And when they had
their defense was great last year, too. It was awesome. And it was only going to get better because they added people.
Yeah, and if they had those two receivers, it didn't matter if they had. They're right.
They're right. And then those two guys go down. And then they're like, all right, well, we could just be a run team now. Actually, we can't because we invested everything in the past.
Yeah,
our defense is good now. Well, how good are they when the offense isn't, putting up points and forcing the defense or their offense's hand a little bit?
They're lost. It's bad.
It is bad.
So
Ben McAdoo, they're all about trying to get rid of him. All these fans are trying to get rid of him.
But I don't know. It's crazy.
This next game is going to be good. By the way, we got the Redskins going to New Orleans to play the Saints, and they're probably going to lose, in my opinion.
I think they'll win.
I'm picking the Saints.
As crazy as that sounds.
Everyone's going to talk about the Panthers beatdown that they gave. The Saints
gave a beatdown.
They curb stomped them.
The Bills got tore up.
The Bills got murdered. Everybody was saying they had a good defense. This isn't going to be
41-10.
We know they're the Saints guys.
5 rushing touchdowns.
I think it was 6. I swear, I think it was 6.
No, it was 5.
I saw something on the NFL Twitter that said something about 6.
I don't know.
They murked them.
I know Mark Ingram had 2. Alvin Kamara had 1. Their third string running back had 1, and I know Drew Brees had a rushing touchdown.
I'm pretty sure that it was 6. I don't know why. I just remember seeing something on there.
So, I mean, that's crazy.
They curb stomped them. They put them out of their misery.
So, I think
there's no way that they could do that to the Bills and not eke out a win against the Redskins. By the way, the Redskins game, I saw the highlights of that. I didn't get to watch it because I was at work that day, but they were just getting beat by Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen.
Well, I watched.
Norman was covering him, and I love Norman, but he was getting beat over and over. He got beat on 3 touchdowns.
I watched the game, and they were down the whole time, and they were down by 28 points, and they brought it within 4.
Yeah, well,
they were down
I'm saying their defense was getting beat. And if you're getting beat against them, you're going to get slaughtered by the Saints.
I think,
especially when they showed that they can run now. Everybody's saying, Drew Brees can't pass anymore.
Absolutely run.
Drew Brees can still pass. They're just showing what would happen if he could run a little bit, or if they could run a little bit.
They can absolutely run.
They're going to start passing whenever they need to start passing.
I think the Redskins can do it upset. I think this is going to be my upset of the week right here.
All right, as long as because
the Browns.
You got at least
the Browns is not my upset of the week. That's not an upset. They're winning.
That should be an upset, but whatever.
This is going to definitely be my upset of the week.
This is going to be hard to pick. We got the Bills.
Got the Bills at the Chargers.
They're not going to San Diego. They're going to LA. To me, it's always going to be San Diego.
The Bills are going to...
I feel like the Bills are about to just act like nothing happened and just slaughter the Chargers.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
I think that's what will happen.
Kelvin Benjamin's going to have a touchdown or 2, I think, maybe.
And then the Chargers, I heard...
They forced the ball to Kelvin Benjamin so much, eventually that's going to turn into a touchdown.
Well, I heard the Chargers... I heard Phillip Rivers was in concussion protocol. I don't know what happened.
Yep, the Bills are definitely winning.
So, yeah.
I seriously don't even know who his backup is.
I don't even know. They might be let's get Drew Brees back.
Oh, my gosh. Up next, we got the Bengals at the Broncos.
Bengals.
The
The Broncos.
Broncos are absolutely dysfunctional.
When I said the Giants are dysfunctional and I said they were clearly the most, I forgot about the Broncos. It's pretty close.
It's a toss-up.
We could do a poll on our Twitter. Go vote for it. I think it could probably definitely be them.
Bengals by 20.
They look really bad. Like people, Von Miller sitting on the sideline, sitting there. Everyone wants to talk about Cam Newton sulking. He was just getting really pissed off.
Yeah.
Look at it, like just sitting there, like, oh, this is pathetic. Like a lot of their guys just looked like they weren't even. It just looked bad. Like all the games I've seen of them, like it just looked really bad.
Yeah, it's not good.
And they don't even know who their quarterback's gonna be. I'm definitely picking the Bengals.
Let's see. Last 4:00 game, we got the Patriots at the Raiders.
Do we need to say our pick? I mean,
Seriously, come on now. The Patriots.
Come on
they
now.
They are on a mission. They might win back-to-back Super Bowls. It might happen.
I think some people get a little overzealous about the Patriots, like their Super Bowl hopes, like that. But I think
I'm just saying it might.
I definitely think they handle the Raiders though.
Yeah, it's
not that I don't think the Patriots will win the Super Bowl. It's the fact that people go, I think they're more likely to do it than all the other teams combined. Like there's people who actually
that's
think
ridiculous.
That. Like I swear people think that.
There's 31 other teams. That's ridiculous.
Like guys, come on.
Sunday night game is absolutely great. We got the Eagles at the Cowboys.
Eagles are gonna poke them.
That team without Ezekiel Elliott is lost.
First of all.
Well, and I'll say, and they're starting left tackle. I'll give them that.
Now I've heard people making these arguments. Oh well, their left tackle is going to hurt more than Zeke. No, it is not.
No, it doesn't hurt more.
No, it does not hurt more. I heard a bunch of guys on the NFL Network saying that. Like, no, it does not.
I'm saying the addition of Zeke and their starting left tackle.
It's very close. Like, it's not even very close. I think Ezekiel Elliott is the reason that they.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, he let up 6 sacks, but I mean, once your play calls get forced, or you can't run anymore, and they're not really used to. They're used to being able to run all the time and all that. Like, I think it definitely is Ezekiel Elliott being out the most.
They said Ezekiel Elliott's accounted like by himself on his own for like 35% of their yards this season.
That's a ton.
That's way too many. Like,
well, plus it's like
one player. Like that's just way too many.
They had that left tackle that would go down. They had Byron Bell in there.
Yeah.
And he used to be on the Panthers, and he really like struggled like with really good pass rushers.
So it's
so
just
people are kind of seeing what happens. Like
they're very
because they've always had a really great line.
They're lost for that.
And I think I really like Dak Prescott, but I feel like he's more of a compliment to the run game. He can't go out there and throw like 300 or 400 yards.
He can't go out there and throw like 40 plus times. Like
this doesn't work.
And there's it's not a knock against him. It's just that's not a style. Like it's just you can't. That's not what they.
Yeah, if they don't have him, I don't see what they're gonna do. I mean, they have good running backs. Like you got Alfred Morris and Darren McFadden, and then they have a new young guy they're trying to get. Like
yeah,
I don't get like it shouldn't be like this bad. It's kind of ridiculous how one player's affected them that much.
It's bad.
But the Eagles have been great, by the way. We're not just gonna
fantastic.
We're not gonna do the typical. Let's talk about the Cowboys.
The Eagles are absolutely fantastic. Carson Wentz right now he's MVP candidate.
Season
ends right now. He wins MVP.
Mine was Deshaun Watson a couple of weeks ago. As crazy as that sounds, because I thought he was lighting the league up. But Carson Wentz was close already, and then now that he got hurt, to me, it's definitely.
So season ends after last night. The Carson Wentz MVP all day.
He's never really had a bad game this year. He's probably been the most consistent quarterback. He's had like.
He leads the league in touchdowns.
He has all the stats.
I think he's like second or third in yards.
Yeah, I mean,
my gosh, dude.
I mean, we could sit here and say, "Oh, let's give it to Brady," and like the typical guys we give it to. But I mean, if we look at the numbers and say who's really been the best, you got to say it's him.
Definitely Carson Wentz. It's not even a question. Monday night game, we got the Falcons at the Saints or the Seahawks. I mean,
Seahawks. I think they're just I hate to say it, but this is when they start peaking and they're just going to start taking off. I really trust me. I don't like it either, but that's what's going to happen.
The Falcons are. I think they kind of wore a mask this week, beating the Cowboys. They're really not a good team. Like, and I'm not just saying that as a Panthers fan. Like, I'm just like.
I think
removing my fandom.
Yeah, we sat here and talked about how great the Saints are. We can say the Falcons.
Like removing my fandom. Like I'm not. The Falcons are just, they're not a good, they got a really bad Super Bowl hangover. Like, I heard Ron Rivera and Dan Quinn both talk about it after we played them last week. And both of them, like, Ron Rivera's like, no, the Super Bowl hangover, it's real, trust me. And Dan Quinn's like, yeah, I think we got one going on, it's not good.
It sucks. Like, because first of all, you got a bunch of guys who want to get paid more because they think they're the reason they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then you got high expectations. You got a harder schedule. You got to go play more Monday night and Thursday night games. And you got more primetime games. You get off your routine.
People who say the Super Bowl hangover is not a real thing, like you're crazy.
You're either crazy or you're Bill Belichick, one of the two.
Yeah. Yeah, you're one of the two. But and then now you got a team who's not that good in the Falcons. They're 5-4. They're not that good. Now they're trying to go to Seattle and it's like November. Now it's November.
Oh, and Devontae Freeman's hurt.
Yeah.
It's a wrap game.
Yeah, seriously, it's not good.
It's over.
But definitely.
Although Tevin Coleman's very good, I like him. But
Tevin Coleman, he is my fantasy running back, and he is fantastic.
Yeah.
He is absolutely, as a guy who's not the number one, you can put him in even when Devontae Freeman's playing, and he'll still get you 14.
He's
unbelievable.
He's a legitimate running back, like for being a backup.
He is absolutely unbelievable. Fantasy tip, by the way, pick up. I'm sure he's already picked up in your league, but if he's not, you have no.
My sleeper is Kenyon Drake, even though he had one touchdown last night though. So
Okay.
deal with it. I had him on the bench, but whatever.
So that's week 11.
It's week 11 already.
Man, I don't like that.
Let me initial my page so you can see it.
Week 11. I don't like that. 6 weeks left.
What are we gonna do after that, guys?
Playoffs.
After that, though,
I don't know. So that's our picks this week.
Millie, we're gonna try to have you on though eventually.
Muia will be on hopefully in the coming weeks. We've been saying that for a little while. We're trying to just get our schedules keep messing up.
If you'd see our messages with him, it'd be very comical. How many times we've been like, all right, we'll do this. Okay, we'll do that. All right, this isn't working. We'll change it to this.
Hopefully, we're hoping by next week, maybe we might have a new setup going on in here. You'll just have to wait and see. In the coming weeks, we will have a new setup as far as microphones go.
Yeah.
So, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out all our stuff. We'll see you next time.